Welcome to the Fat Pastor in Rome. We're here, we're gonna take you around, show you some amazing sights. I'm here at the Colosseum right now. This is my favorite spot in the entire city, but we're gonna see lots of incredible places, and then we're gonna cook a great meal together. We're gonna make some pasta alla'Amatriciana together here in Rome. I wish you were actually here with me, but I hope you do this at home because it's an amazing meal, and I'm gonna show you how to do it all after we take in some of the amazing sights. You ready? Here we go. So I'm standing right now in front of the Pantheon in Rome. It was built in between 118 and 125 AD and dedicated during that time. And it was built in honor of all the pagan gods that were worshipped at Rome during this time. Think about this. At this point in time, Christianity is less than 100 years old when this is built. Pretty incredible. Well, I am here at St. Peter's Basilica. We're about to enter in and to check out what it is like inside. The last time we came to Rome, we did not go inside, and so I'm pretty excited to check that out. Right behind me is the area where the Pope will come out and speak to everybody. Probably not going to do that today, but that's okay. Ciao, buonasera, and welcome to the kitchen where I am going to be preparing tonight's meal. I couldn't come to Rome and not cook. Actually, that's not true. We were very blessed in that the place we're staying overnight has a kitchen. So I thought, man, what an opportunity to be able to cook an amazing meal right here in Rome. And so this is the kitchen I'm going to be cooking in. I'm going to show you where we're staying because this is actually a beautiful building. I don't know how old it is, but it looks very, very old, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful place. So let me show you around our kitchen. I'm going to show you around outside in the living room / bedroom, and then we're going to get to cooking an amazing meal. We're going to make pasta, actually Orechiatte alla'Amatriciana, and so I'll tell you about that more as we get to it, but it's going to be a great dish. Let me show you around the kitchen. So this is where we're going to be cooking everything tonight for the pasta alla'Amatriciana. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks because obviously this is not my kitchen, so I don't have everything that I need, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. We're still going to produce an absolutely phenomenal meal. Check that out. This is our little wash area. That's pretty adorable. So there you go. And yeah, once again, that is the kitchen. Let me take you out here into the living room. So this is our little dining space here. That's where we're going to eat. And then just check this place out. It is absolutely beautiful. Hello there, Tennille and Asher. Hello. Hanging out, waiting for dinner. I'm sure they're hungry, ready to cook. Man, is that awesome or what? Check that out. Beautiful place. Yeah, what do you think? Is it pretty cool? Are we gonna have some food pretty soon? Yeah. All right, we're gonna get started cooking in here. It's gonna be amazing to make together some pasta all'Amatriciana. And then for a side, we're also gonna do something really special. We've got some awesome, gorgeous Romanesco. So this is like a Roman cauliflower, whatever you wanna call it. It's an amazing vegetable that has the, it would remind you of cauliflower because it's called Roman cauliflower. Obviously it looks kind of like a cauliflower, but then you got all of these amazing shapes going on. It actually is going to give you more of the like if you were to combine broccoli and cauliflower. It's kind of nutty in flavor, texture. I guess it's going to be similar to cauliflower as well. But we're going to take advantage of the fact that we're in Rome, so we might as well have some Romanesco. We're going to make this as a side. It's going to be very simple. We're going to cut it up. We're going to saute it in olive oil and garlic, and then we're going to toss it with some black olives, some on-the-vine tomatoes, and just some simple olive oil and a little Pecorino Romano cheese. All right? For our pasta all'Amatriciana, you really have to decide what kind of pasta you want to use. What do you like? I think traditionally it's probably a Pappardelle, but I picked up today, let me grab this for you. I picked up some really nice Orechiatte. Orechiatte actually refers to the shape being more like an ear. And so we have some multicolored Orechiatte here. It's not the same as if we were making our own pasta from scratch. I wish we could do that. Unfortunately, with this kind of a kitchen, there's just no way to really make that happen without going to a ton of trouble. So instead, we've got some Orechiatte here in the bag, multicolored. It'll be really pretty to go with our pasta all'Amatriciana. What we're going to do is we're going to take our basic ingredients and we are going to prepare those. We've got the real beautiful flavor that is going to be added to this is the celery. You've got your garlic, you've got your onion, cibola, and you've also got your carrots here. And so I'm going to show you something really cool with the carrots that I figured out because I don't have a peeler. And when you don't have a peeler, you got to do something else. And so what we can do, this actually becomes very, very easy. When you take your knife, hopefully you got a good sharp knife wherever you're at, and then you're just going to go up and down like this. And it's maybe not the cleanest thing in the world, but it gets the job done. Check it out. See, there it is. So if you don't have a peeler, just take your knife, just run it up and down the length of the carrot. You're going to do just fine. And then, of course, with your all'Amatriciana, you've got to have your pork. Now, you can use bacon if that's all you've got, but what I've got here is some amazing, I wish you could smell it, Guanciale. Guanciale comes from the face of the pig, and this stuff smells like the best prosciutto that you've ever had in your life. Unlike prosciutto, you can't eat it raw, and so you do not want to eat this raw. You gotta cook it first. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little olive oil in the pan. We're going to throw this inside, and then it's gonna make its own fat is going to be rendered as well. That's gonna all add flavor to the dish. Once this crisps up, and we add everything else to it, it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to add our tomato sauce. Now, you can get tomato sauce, this brand actually in the States. I don't know if they have it everywhere, but where I live, they have Mutti. A chef here in Italy told me that this is his favorite brand to buy. Now, if you want to make your own pasta sauce from scratch, you don't have to buy it, but this is really good stuff, and this comes from Italy, and you're not going to get Italian tomatoes in the United States, obviously, unless you special order them and probably pay a ton of money or grow them yourself, but even then, it's just not the same. And so this stuff is really, really, really good. If you want to make it yourself, though, what you can do is you can take your tomatoes, boil some hot water, get some hot water going, and when it starts boiling, throw the tomatoes in, give them a minute or two until they start to visibly peel, to crack on the outside. Peel those tomatoes, and then you can put them into a food processor and then run them through you can run them through a really fine mesh sieve so you can get the seeds out. And then you've got pretty much the same thing as what's going on right here. You can add your seasonings to it and you're good to go. But if you don't have time for that and you want a good product, Mutti is the way to go. All right, we're going to start chopping up our vegetables. We'll get that ready, and then when it's time, we'll start putting everything together for our pasta alla'Amatriciana. Recipe will follow. Make sure you check out the description. Recipe will be in there, and make sure you like and follow the Fat Pastor on Facebook. So we've got our vegetables all diced up, and I want to show you what they look like here. So check this out. So here's what I did, and what I would recommend is that you dice them as small as you possibly can, because what happens is that all of those, when they're super fine, they release more flavor into the sauce, and that's a really good thing. When you have them in bigger chunks, it just takes up space. It's a little bit more chunkier. This makes a finer sauce, and so that's kind of nice. So what's going to happen is that's going to go inside with the olive oil and the guanciale that is cooking right now. Let me show you the guanciale. It's simmering up nicely. It smells amazing in here. I wish you were here. We're going to add this to that, and then we're going to let that roast off a little bit, and then we'll add our sauce to it. Let me show you what's going on with the guanciale. All right, we've got our guanciale cooking here. It looks beautiful. It smells even better. What we're going to do now that has rendered off a good amount of fat, starting to get kind of crispy, is we are going to add our vegetables to that. So we're going to get those in there and make sure to get them all. I'll scrape the rest in there in just a minute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stir that up, get it all cooking together there nicely. And wow, we're steaming up here. Nice. Let that roast off so we can get as much flavor into that, released into that as much as we can, and then we'll add our sauce to that. All right, so our vegetables look absolutely beautiful. They're nice and roasted off. You can see the color in there. You can see the guanciale and all the veggies that are just rocking and rolling. So we're gonna go ahead and add our tomato sauce and get her in there. And here's what I love about the glass bottle is you don't get the tin can taste. That's pretty awesome in and of itself. So remember that when you go to the store. If you can find ones that have the glass bottle like that, pretty awesome. Nobody likes tin can taste. It does cook off if you let it sit for a while, which is, you know, not bad. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our Romanesco going here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in my garlic. You can hear that the oil is ready to go. We have got our Romanesco in the pan. Got it all chopped up there nicely. It cuts up very similar to cauliflower, which is kind of nice. But I love the shape. The shape is just so cool. Check that out. Amazing. Really cool. Let's season that up a little bit with a little bit of sea salt. All right, so our Romanesco is looking pretty amazing here. So we're gonna add the final touches. The last thing we're gonna do right before plating is add some Pecorino Romano cheese. I'm not gonna do that quite yet, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna throw in there some beautiful freshly cured black olives, and we're gonna set in some awesome on the vine tomatoes, and that's gonna make up our dish. When it's time, we'll serve that up again with some Pecorino Romano cheese. That's pretty much done right there, folks. All right, well, everything is done. It's ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and plate it and make it look beautiful. We're gonna set it on the table and we're going to enjoy it. I can tell you. All right, well, our meal is ready here. So we've put everything together. We've got our Orechiatte alla'Amatriciana with a little bit of fresh Pecorino Romano on top. We've got some Romesco with some beautifully freshly cured olives and a little bit of tomatoes on the side, and again some Pecorino Romano. And this is just going to be an awesome dish. So we're going to get ready to eat. Asher, are you ready to pray?
Yeah.
Let's pray. Can you pray for the food?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Amen.
Amen. Remember, eating good is a calling of its own.